I'm so excited to share with you guys my absolute favorite app for planning and scheduling posts on your Instagram account. And the best part is that it's completely free. So I'm going to show you an exact tutorial of how to use it, how to get started. And if you're wanting to join later, you can go ahead and join at the link right below this video. It'll be right at the top of the description, and you're able to join later and get started for free today. And now let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. So I'm going to show you first how to use Later using my phone, and you can actually use Later on your phone or your desktop, and everything syncs together, which is really, really nice. So once you've installed the Later app on your phone and pull it up, it's gonna look something like this. Probably not with all of the photos already uploaded into it, but one of my favorite things about Later is that you can upload photos into your media library. So you're able to have literally a whole library of photos to pull from when you're planning your feed, which can be really helpful if you're someone like me who maybe does photo shoots every once in a while and likes to pull photos from photo shoots that you've already done. So I have some photos pulled in right here, and pretty much all you're gonna do, you can tap the bottom in the bottom right hand corner, the plus icon in the blue circle, and that's where you choose, like, you can upload photos from your photo library, drag them into here, upload them, and then you have them ready to go. When you're in Later and you're wanting to plan out your feed, the first thing you're gonna do to schedule a post is to simply tap on one of the photos that you have and hit create post down at the bottom. When you do this, at the top, you're going to want to select the profile. That's the only one I have in here, so I'm going to select it. You can also change whether you want it to be a feed post or a reel. We'll talk more here in a second about reels, but we're going to go ahead and just make this a feed post for now. So right in here too is where I love to write my captions. So when I'm pre-writing captions, I like to do it in Later right here. So this is where you're able to do that, add any hashtags that you want. There's also at the, you'll see under more options right there, there is the option if you are auto-publishing, you can do an automatic first comment, automatic location, tag people in the photo, things like that, which is really cool. The auto-publish feature is only available for business accounts though, which is why I don't use it. I'm a creator account. I think there's a big benefit to being a creator account if you're doing reels, because then you have access to popular music and sounds versus business accounts don't. So I prefer sticking with a creator account, and I prefer to manually publish my posts and my reels anyway. So the next step is under where it says send notification to devices. That's where you can change if you wanted to send it to a certain device. But that's the cool thing, is that once you have this set up, it will notify you when you have a post that's scheduled to go out. So at the bottom where it says no time selected, I'm gonna hit change next to that, and that's where you can select the date and time that you want your post to go live. So let's say I want it to go live this Monday, and let's just do like 11 a.m. All right, and then I'm gonna hit save in the upper right hand corner. And then once everything's ready to go, you simply hit schedule post, and then it will notify you to post on that day. So if I scroll on my calendar right here, it hopped over to schedule, which is the next section of Later. This is where you can see all of your scheduled posts and what's coming up, which is so awesome. You can also hop over to list right here, and you're able to see a full list of all of your posts that you have coming up, which is really nice just to kind of get a good visual of what posts you have already scheduled. If you go to the last tab here on preview, you can also see how all of your posts that you have planned to post are going to look in your feed before you even post them. This is honestly one of my favorite features about Later. You're able to see how it looks even alongside your reels that you've posted and have also push to your feed, which is really awesome. Now the post that I just scheduled has loaded, so now you can see this is the photo I just scheduled. You can see how it's going to look in my feed if I were to push it to my feed, which is just so cool that you're able to see that. So once you schedule out multiple photos, you can see how they're all going to look once you've posted them. So I'm going to schedule another photo here real quick, and I'll show you an example of that. So I've scheduled another post for the day after, and I'm on my preview section again, and you can see it's showing me what it'll look like if I post them in that order that I have them scheduled. You can also tap on rearrange in the upper right hand corner here under preview. If you tap on that, you can also rearrange when the posts are going to be scheduled, and it will automatically flip the times. Isn't that the coolest thing or what? So if you decide you want to switch them, it's just really simple, and you can hit save right here. And when you go back to your list of scheduled posts, it automatically like flipped the time. So you'll see right here, the up close photo of my face on October 10th at 11 a.m. swapped with October 11th at 3:44 p.m. That's the other one I just scheduled. Like it's so cool. Now let's talk about how do you schedule reels in Later. So I have a reel uploaded to my account already. You simply upload it the same way you upload photos. So maybe you create the reel in your Instagram app first, save it to your camera roll, and then you can upload it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on that reel, hit create post at the bottom, and I'm gonna go ahead and select my social set right here. And then under where it says feed post at the top, I'm gonna tap on that and I'll change it to reels. So once I have that done, I'm also gonna hit the plus icon here, select which photo I want to be my cover photo. So because I'm not auto-publishing the reel, I also want the cover photo basically attached to the reel that I am scheduling here. So I'm just gonna select this one. I'm actually gonna rearrange it so that one's first. So when I schedule it, I can see how it's gonna look in the feed. This is where I would also write the caption. I'm not gonna go ahead and do that right now, but for all my reels, I love pre-writing the captions as well, which is really nice. Again, with reels, if you are auto-publishing and you have a business account and you want to do that, you can like select a cover photo ahead of time, okay, location ahead of time, and a first comment ahead of time. I think the algorithm, I just think my posts do better if I'm physically and manually publishing and I want access to that music. Again, so my preference is to have a creator account. At the bottom here, we're gonna select a date and a time. We're gonna do, let's do October 12th. Hit save, hit schedule post. All right, so that's pretty much a good overview of how Later works on your phone, on your app. Again, you can get this app for iPhone or Android. You can download it, use it, and it's literally my favorite app ever. Once you have them all scheduled, it will notify your phone when it is ready to post. It'll automatically save that post to your camera roll, save the caption to your clipboard. So all you have to do is upload it to Instagram, paste the caption, and you're ready to go. Now I'm gonna show you guys what Later looks like on the desktop and also how to schedule stories. So currently you can't schedule Instagram stories from the Later app on your mobile device, but you can do it from a desktop. So I use that feature so much, honestly, in scheduling out my stories, and it's been so helpful. So whenever you're logged in on the Later app on your desktop, it's app.later.com. This is a little bit of, or a little peek into what that's gonna look like. So very similar to the app in the way that it works. There is a media library over here. You can simply, the easiest way to is just drag and drop photos where you want to schedule them. And then you're able to add in your caption and all those things as well. Or you can change the date and time right here, which is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just discard this right here. You can preview your feed in the same exact way. So if I hit preview right here, those are those same two posts that we were playing with and seeing what it's gonna look like. You can also look on your Reels tab and what it's gonna look like when you schedule out a reel. We also can go to the weekly view, and there's also a monthly view, which I actually really like in getting a good overview of what my month is gonna look like based on what I have scheduled. But you'll also see another little tab up here, and it's called Stories. And if you tap on that, you can actually schedule out story posts. So this is really helpful because you can schedule it to post. And for example, I have these stories scheduled right here. And when they come to notify me to post, it will save this photo to my camera roll as like the last photo there. And this text will copy to my clipboard, and I can paste the text if I want to. And it makes it really easy to remember to post stories, especially when I'm doing campaigns and stuff like that. And so this is just super, super nice. So if you're someone who does want to plan out your stories, this feature can be really helpful. But again, you have to do it just on the desktop app. You can't do it on your mobile device, unfortunately. But it can be a very, very helpful tool. And it works a very similar way to how I scheduled the photo post here and dragging and dropping it. You can simply drag and drop into like the day and time you want to post it on your stories, and it would auto-populate the time right here. You can always change it, add any text that you want, and hit save story. And when you do that, it's not going to show up in the preview feed. So it knows, like, it keeps it separated as to what stories and what's going to actually be in your feed as far as when you are previewing it. One last thing I want to mention here too is categorizing your media library. You can do this on your phone or on your desktop, but whenever you go to a photo, you can actually add labels. And if you hit edit right here, you can add whatever label that you want. And this can be a really easy way to really help to categorize your different photos. So whenever you go to your media library, especially on the desktop right here, so we hit media, we're in the library. Okay, so if you hit one of your labels on the right hand side, it'll show up photos just in that label, which is really nice for if you're looking for a specific photo of something, like a certain type of photo. You can like label them, whatever makes sense to you and your brand, and you can easily find those photos. I've often created labels too for specific photo shoots. So for example, you'll see our 2019 anniversary session. If I want to pull a photo from that session, I can automatically go here and find it really quickly. Another awesome feature about Later, and also viewing it in the desktop app, is on the left hand side, you can also click analytics right here. And if you pay for Later, you can see more analytics. So I believe the free version does does not come with analytics, but if you do pay for any of their plans, you get some sort of analytics right here. If you have any questions about how to use Later, be sure to drop them in the comments below. We're here for you guys, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have when it comes to Later and planning out your Instagram feed. It seriously has been a game changer for me. I've used this app literally for years. It's probably going on like 6 years now. It's insane. It just has been the one that I feel like is the most intuitive and makes the most sense and makes it really easy to plan out your feed. So can't wait for you guys to check it out. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already at the link right below this video. We also have a free Reels class. If you guys have never taken our Reels class before, we've recently updated it and it is brand new for this year. So if you want to go ahead and jump in that class as well, we'll have a link below this video where you can see how to grow your reach, followers, and customers with Instagram Reels and our top tips for doing that. So can't wait to see you there, and I'll see you guys in next week's video on Tuesday. Bye guys.